Alright, I'm GamerPatty and today I'm going to fix this Zoom H2n. I got this one off eBay. It was broken. The seller said that one of the channels isn't working, and as you can see on the camera, only the left channel is working. Now, how do I fix this? Let's see. I already took off the battery cover and took out some screws. Let's take it apart. I'm wearing the headphones right now in the Zoom, so I know what's going on. And let's take the cover off. There we go. There we go. Now, the first thing to check is the microphone capsules. The ones that are facing, that are 45 degrees, are for the XY mode, which isn't working correctly, and the other ones are for the mid-side mode and multi-channel. Now, to test the microphones, I just knock on them, and if I hear on the channel that some sound is coming through, I know the microphone is working. Same for the other one, and I don't hear anything. Alright, now I check for continuity. Maybe some wires are broken, so I turn the device off. That's important, because the multimeter is sending out a small voltage to test it, and it's way too high for the microphones. I unplug the microphone for the XY mode and get my test leads set to continuity mode and just test for the microphone. In this case, first the red one, which is for the right channel. It's working. The brown one working. Yellow working, and orange one. Is it open? Oh no, it's working. Now I'll plug it back in and just measure some other connections. In this case, the connector soldering spots. So look at the components. If a component has become loose, which none of them seems to be like this, and the capacitors, I can check with the continuity mode if they are shorted, which could lead to a DC offset on the input, and that's not good. No. Alright, seems fine. Now I'm going to check. I turn it back on. Now I can hear myself again. And I check using the multimeter probe, since I'm sitting right in front of my PC and I'm having a static charge, because there's all cables around me. I just hold the negative lead in the air, and the positive I touch on the microphone connections to hear if there's any signal coming through. On the left channel there is. On the right channel there isn't. No? But yes, in the left channel. Okay. Let's check the next thing before we check the preamp. The seller said that it works when you plug in an external microphone. That means the preamp and the DSP is working. Otherwise it wouldn't be. They just tap off the microphone at the input jack. And now I just check the input jack, and it looks like it's a multi-channel jack for 4 channels. Then let's just probe around again with the lead nowhere connected to, so I can hear the hum, and I hear sound on the right channel. That's good, and that's very good. Let's tap off this point and check where the fucking whoa. If I short these 2 pins, The Zoom H2n is working again. I hear him on the right channel. Yep, on the right and on the left. Yep, it's working again. So that means the connector is broken. And let's see if we can fix that. I just turn it off again. Probably just some contacts that corroded. That's not a big deal. Just scrape off the corrosion, apply some oil maybe. First I unplug all the microphones and then I unscrew the main board. Very carefully not to lose any screws, because that's the first thing I lose all the time. And looks like that's all screws. Can I unplug this board now? I'm not sure how it comes out. Oh, there it goes. There it comes. Alright. It just plugs right in. On the lower side it looks like some op amps for each channel. It's a 4-channel microphone, even though the manufacturer says it's 5, which it isn't. And that's the microphone jack. I don't know the brand of it. It's probably some custom job. Doubt we can't buy this anywhere, so I just pop off the lid and see what's inside. Maybe I can fight the corrosion. Yeah, shut the fuck up. And the only thing I can try is like activating the switch a few times. Maybe the corrosion goes away on this point. The best thing will be to replace it. Okay. So I'm going to fix that switch somehow. Maybe I pour in some solvent to clean it up a bit. Maybe I have to unsolder it. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And I desoldered the connector. And it looks like a custom part where the back has been cut off. And there's just a switch that tells the Zoom H1 which cable is plugged in, which length. Alright, the problem is that if you look inside, if it works, you see that tab in the middle? On the right side there should be another tab that pushes against this contact on the right side, and it has been broken off. It's not good. Look on the internet if I can find any replacement part. I will try to find a solution for this. As it turns out, the part is a PJ307 microphone or headphone jack. It is a 5-pin device with a lever on the back to act switch. The switch is actually part of the unit, so you can separate them as seen on the third picture. And when I switch back to the camera, it's hard to see, there is the lever, and this lever pushes this side, this side, and there's a nick under that lever. It makes a bend and it touches a metal plate under it, which connects to the outer pin here. And after opening the switch, which is quite hard, it's stiff, a few times, and let it snap back so it cleans off the oxidized part, and it should work again. Let's see if there's continuity. First the obvious working part working, and the broken one working. That means when I connect a headphone or a microphone into the jack, there shouldn't be any continuity anymore. Let's see. No and no. That's perfect. Alright, I fixed the jack. I could have bought a new one, but these aren't available in Germany, so it's quite hard to get one without waiting for weeks. And I fixed it. It's now I solder it back into the board. Okay, there I am. I soldered it back together. There's the jack. There's the new solder connections, and the jack is now working again. I put it into the enclosure. Let's see how that goes. I'm not sure how to put it in correctly. Didn't do this very often, so it just snaps in, easy as that. Alright, let's put back in the screw I didn't lose. And the microphone connections. I think that's in. This one. Cool. Now I turn it on, flip it over, and see if both microphones are working, which they are. Test, test, hello. Microphone test. Fucking hell. That's great. Now I get a Zoom H2n for a very low price in a almost new condition, and the jack is working too again. That's great. Now put it back together, put in the remaining screws, and I'm done. And having a Zoom H2 is a great upgrade over my Zoom H1, because it can do quad channel audio, it can do markers and all that, and it just sounds better. It's much newer. But having two of these is great. Can do a lot of things with it. Alright, I'm putting it back together, and if you're interested in this stuff, you can check out my other videos. I do repairs and projects every now and then. I'm not doing the videos regularly. It's more like when I have time, I make a video. So thank you for watching. I'm Gamer Paddy, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments.